Bumming with Bob. Let's have a few brews. We'll have some fun with the Bum Wine crew. So kick your feet up and grab you a beer. 'Cause damn, man, I'm glad that you're here.
All right. This is Bum Wine Bob. Welcome to an all-new edition of Bumming with Bobcat. The Sunday sermon is back in session with the Reverend Bum Wine Bob, now on the premier podcast network and sponsored by Four Loko. So we have you covered here on the podcast. A lot of big news to cover this week. And to join me on the show is my good buddy Roadhouse is here. Roadhouse, how you doing, man?
Hello, Bob. I'm doing great. Everything's fine. Life is good. Getting ready to kick this off.
That's it. We are getting ready. We've been saying it for months now that we've been waiting for summer to officially begin, and we are merely days away from it, or it might be kicked off by the time you listen to this, depending on when you tune in and stream it on your favorite podcast apps, because we are now back on Spotify. For those of you that have asked and wondered where we went, we got kicked off. But now that we've moved the podcast to the premier podcast network, they had to redistribute the feeds, and Spotify accepted it again. For how long? Who knows? but get it while you can out there. I don't know how strict they are with their music inclusion anymore, because it's all the old episodes where I played a lot of music that got it flagged the first time and got it removed from Spotify. So we'll see what happens this time.
Yeah, and I missed that old intro on your old shows. The new one's great, but that old one with Night Train and all that, that's probably what got you in the heat.
Yeah, that between the songs in the intro and just the random songs I would play at various points during it, got it flagged there. And I'll give a nice shout out to my buddy Jake Dunworth, who did the intro for the show. He's a Nebraska native. He is making a trip out to New Jersey in the beginning of July, so I'll be seeing him then, right. and it'd be nice to see the man behind the music of the podcast. You know, I'm feeling a little parched here. I think we gotta crack open a drink to wet our whistle a little bit here. And since we are getting ready to kick off summer, and we are now officially sponsored by Four Loko, and I got the sticker to prove it. That makes it official. When Four Loko sends you a I'm sponsored sticker, that's when you know that it's real. And Roadhouse and I said, we're pretty damn close to summer, and 4th of July is right around the corner. So why not crack open a little Four Loko USA? So let's crack this bad boy open.
I got you.
Ooh, oh man, that one squirted a little bit on me. Ooh.
Yeah.
All right, cheers.
Cheers.
Ooh, yeah.
My first USA of the season.
Oh yeah.
I've been waiting for this one. The pool's ready. The teams
are
out there on the patio. Just been holding out on this USA because the season I just ain't felt the feeling yet.
Yeah. It's getting close. Like I said, I've had this one in the fridge for a while, and I said it's probably not been since last summer. Maybe in the fall I might have had one, but I know since then, because I think I bought this around Halloween time or so. I had this and was waiting and sitting on it, and then we had the Warheads and other Lokos came up in the process, and this guy just kind of got pushed to the back. But I was just randomly thinking the other day, and I'm like, wait a second, let's get ready for summer. It's Loko USA time. Why not crack it open and enjoy it?
Yes, and last time we recorded, and I wanted to break this out. I had it in the fridge, but I didn't want to turn into that 5th Loko.
Well, I decided to be the adventurous one last time and mix up the Four Loko Warhead Sour Cosmic Punch, and the Old English 800, which someone told me that it was called the Sidewalk Slam, was what people were calling that mixture. I don't know how legit that is. I forget who it is.
I like it, though.
I know somebody posted it on my Instagram when I posted the picture, and they said that, and I'm like, yes, because I knew there was a name that somebody had given it. I don't know how legit the name is, but people have called it that before, because once he said it, I was like, yes, that's the name I was looking for, because I was like, I know it has a name, I just could not remember what it was.
Box Slam, I love it.
Yeah. You got your Snoopy Special, with your Cisco and your malt liquor, and then you have your Sidewalk Slam with your Four Loko and your malt liquor. Two fine choices. I know Roadhouse will probably have that on his list for this summer. Maybe a little LOKO USA in that Colt 45.
All American.
Yeah. Hey,
USA and American Classic.
That's it. That's it.
I'm going to call that one, though, Rock Bottom. Because that's where I'll be when I get done.
It's not too bad. It was not as bad. The Cisco was a lot worse.
Ass kicker.
Yeah, that was a lot worse. I mean, you're going with a 17% fortified wine compared to a I think what's that Warheads? I think it's 13.9% LOKO. So and that's a malt beverage, so it's two totally different animals,
right?
With it, but definitely something. If you're adventurous this summer out there, you want to be the life of the party. Bring the 2 bags in. Get your 40 and get your LOKO, or if you're lucky enough to find some Cisco, bring it along with you, and then you'll get the party started.
Summer of 2023 is a summer of concoctions. We're mixing up the best of the worst and coming up with a good time.
Exactly. And people always have said, like, what do you do when you run out of bum wines to cover? Because essentially, we've gone over it many times. We're not gonna keep harping on it, but the well has really gone dry in the bum wine world of things that we can cover that are new and different. So if you can't cover anything new, you have to make up your own ideas and concoctions and see what works. So essentially, this week we're going to try to one up ourselves once again. And since summer is right around the corner, within days of this, or as I said, you're listening to this a week or two from now, a month from now, you're hanging out poolside in the middle of July, August, you come across the podcast, hit that play button, and you want to pregame for summer, what we're going to do here today. And how else would you pregame without a little Four Loko pregame action, which we touched on the last episode when Roadhouse was saying about your adventure and finding a whole bunch at the Family Dollar last year. And then lo and behold, we record that episode, it comes out, and a few days later you send me the picture and you say, look what I found. I got more pregame.
Yeah, right here in town. And then the lady said, "Oh, that's been in there for a while. We're just stuck in the back." Put that shit front and center, woman.
Exactly. It should be out there. It should be on there, front and center, top shelf. If people saw that picture I posted the other day, the one store I stopped at with the Four Loko, they had the Four Loko logo on the door to the cooler. The Four Loko's up there on the top shelf, and then it had the sticker in the corner saying "No ID, no Four Loko."
No. I sold my Four Loko mobile the other day, the one with all the stickers on it. So I got a new one. I'm gonna have to sticker it up.
Yeah, you gotta get that swag on there.
Yeah, the e-sport.
So what we got here now? This is actually one I've had here in the fridge for a while, and Roadhouse picked up as well the Four Loko pregame the Sour Blue Raspberry. And if you want to hear more about the wide variety of the Four Loko pregames, you can check out in the archives of Bum with Bobcat. Check out the Puttcast that I did just about 1 year ago, live on location at the golf outing, where I went through the 4 different varieties. There we go. There's the burp. Get that out there. Got to keep EFREN happy over there. Where I went through the 4 different varieties of pregame that I had at the time. Did a whole power rankings. Very official shit here on the podcast. You know how we do, and you can check that out to hear more about the rest of them at that time. But I still had a bottle in the fridge that was about a little under halfway still full, and it dawned on me the other day. I'm like, wait, you had talked about mixing the pregame shots of the Four Loko USA and the Sour Blue Raspberry.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, shit, we don't have the LOKO USA pregame yet. What if we just put some pregame in the USA Four Loko and see what we get? I mean, it's another one of those things where, what do we have to lose by trying this out?
We're going to have to get some of these white gowns, like doctors.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're about to do some weird science.
Yeah, we need the gowns, we need the goggles. You know, kids, don't try this at home. And as the sign said, no, if you're no ID, you're under 21. No Four Loko for you.
No Four Loko for you.
No. So I'm gonna open up this. Get this pregame open. Oh yeah, that's that strong, sour blue raspberry.
You know, and the flavor of the USA, this is going to be real good. I just go ahead and pour the whole thing in. It's a whole.
You're going all out. All right.
I'm going balls deep.
Go big or go home, right?
That's right. You know.
All right. Let's see. I'll pour in some of this.
I mean, I lived through the Snoopy special.
That is true. It can't be much. I mean, the only thing I'm worried about is just trying to, if we need to do any kind of, I'm trying to just kind of swirl the can a little bit. Just
I'm looking down in the can through the light, and it's. I want to get a clear glass. That color looks awesome.
Yeah, I almost thought about pouring it out and doing it that way, and I was like, well, I kind of just want to do it in the can.
Yeah,
but then I don't know what color we get because I can't see in here.
It's so pretty. I got the light right behind me, right above me, looking right in the can. If I didn't have to walk all the way on the other end of the house to get a clear glass, I would.
Yeah. I was like, you know what? I could pour it out.
I'm excited, Bob. I'm excited.
All right, I'm gonna pour. Did you put the whole thing in there?
I did.
All right, let me see. You know what? I mean, I had less in mine, but all right. Let me pour a little bit there. I just have a little bit left in the pregame, because those of you that don't know about the pregames, now these are small 200 milliliter plastic bottles of the Four Loko shots that they call it. So it's essentially at the 13.9%. It's like a non-carbonated Four Loko, essentially. So these are little. It's like a little flask size bottle.
Flask, yeah, very concealable.
You can take with you in, pregame. You're going out, you're going to a friend's house, you're going to the bar. You pick up one of these guys and give it a shot. So, All right, you ready?
I'm ready, sir.
All right, let's give this a shot. The pregame Sour Blue Razz and the LOKO USA. Cheers.
Cheers. We've hit a home run.
Ooh, yeah, that's good.
We have hit a home run. Ooh.
Yeah, because that Blue Razz cuts down on that cherry just enough. Because on the LOKO USA
cuts down on the sour, because the pregame, where it's not carbonated, is kind of on the syrupy side.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's very thick. It's very thick to drink it on its own.
So the two together, is a fucking winner. Ooh,
yeah, because you're putting that that is essentially doing a sour blue raspberry and a sour cherry, mixing them together. So I think when we were talking about putting this with some ice and blending it,
yeah,
I think that's a nice concoction to do next.
It would be a perfect poolside drink on some ice, blended. Yes.
Yeah, and you could give this to somebody, and they would have no idea that it's a Four Loko.
Yeah, you get your snobs out there that want the daiquiris and all the good yums. They're all great and all. I don't turn one down. But you put one of these in their hands, they're not going to ask no questions.
No,
they're just going to look at you and give you that nod, like, yeah, you did good.
Yeah. And if you want to get adventurous, throw maybe a little extra, a little vodka or something in there with it,
and an umbrella.
And then you're good to go right there. No, that's definitely. Ooh.
You know,
ooh, there we go.
With a bread and butter pickle. That's about Loko style, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Throw a garnish in there.
Yeah, get the little
smoky.
Yeah, you get a little. I got the little cocktail. Got a little cocktail weenie in there for you.
Yeah, you take a picture of that, you'll get featured.
Yeah. If you're out there trying to get sponsored by Four Loko, try doing that. Get that cocktail out there. Put in your application, and I think you'll get accepted on that one.
Oh yeah, you guys can apply right there on their link on their bio and Instagram. Everybody's got an opportunity to be sponsored.
Yeah, I don't know how many people they're taking though. That I know a lot of people they'll post, and people will post saying, "Hey, I got accepted. Four Loko will retweet it. They'll send it out there." But they did not say what they're capping it off on. So they're still accepting the application. So you can go out there and give it a try and see what it would be. And I know earlier today the Four Loko UK and IE official Twitter account had posted what was the flavor of Four Loko you would like to see. And if you could have any Four Loko flavor, what would it be? And I had to respond and say that Roadhouse wanted that dirty banana.
Dirty banana.
Four Loko in his life, because it's funny that overseas there's different varieties of Four Loko. Like they have this Four Loko white and this Four Loko tropical that's out over there. Now those are only at 8.5%.
Okay.
But it's very interesting to see. I would like to try them out and see what exactly they taste like.
Yeah, I didn't make the distinction when you tagged me today. That Four Loko UK. So I just gave them a follow. Right on. But Four Loko's been on fire on Twitter here lately.
Yeah, they're out there. They're pushing it. They're really doing their part to get out there with the people and really push it. And the more you post and tag Four Loko, if you get sponsored, you can get credits for merchandise and free shipping stuff. So that's what I'm out there pushing it and tagging. They got that Four Loko camouflage hat with it's like I don't know if you saw it. It's a hat. It's got the camouflage in the front with the Four Loko on it, and then on the back it's kind of like the mesh, like USA American flag. So that's what I'm striving for, is to get those Four Loko points up to get that Four Loko hat.
Well, I've been got the itch for getting some more ink done and some more tattoos, and for sure I'm going to get the horseshoe and the horse kicking off the Colt 45. Maybe I'll just go ahead and get me a USA Four Loko tattoo.
A lot of people. I just saw somebody pop up in the Four Loko feed just before, and it looks like he's got some Four Loko tattoos. I'm like,
oh, I see it. I'm going through it right now.
Yeah, I saw that. I see it. It's like, I'm assuming that's real. He's got on his hand, he's got a Four Loko logo tattoo, and I'm like, is that legit? It looks legit. That is real, and he is sponsored by Four Loko as well. I'm like, I hope to God he is. If you're going that far,
I'm just going old school jailhouse style tattoos on my knuckles. Four Loko, one on each hand.
Yeah, there you go.
I may even sit down and have some guys do it with some Indian ink and a needle.
There you go. Just
old school style.
I was say you do it the old fashioned way. You want to get it done that way. You got to get it done right.
Yeah, I'll just buy, like I did last year, where I bought like one of every flavor. We'll just all sit around and drink them, and whoever can see the best gets to put it down on it.
Yes, to see how that one turns out.
It'd be perfect, Bob. Don't worry about it, buddy.
Yeah, you'll survive.
Yeah.
Anything happens, pour a little Four Loko on it. It'll be okay.
Yeah. Rub it up. Yeah, that helps the healing and everything. I gotta say, it's pretty good. It's already kicking in. I can tell. Love how fast this shit works.
Well, that is. I mean, you got the 14% LOKO USA and the 13.9% pregame for the sour blue raspberry shot. So you're getting that double dose of LOKO right there.
Each one of these has a different buzz, man, and knowing your mood, knowing what you're going, the way your evening's going is what you're putting down as far as drinking. I get kind of stagnant on drinking just, let's say, Coors Light. All right, so I come home, I drink 6 Coors Lights. I could probably drink more. I just don't want to. I'm kind of bored in the evening. Right.
And then you got to pee a lot. It's tough. Yeah.
So, to cut down on how much you drink is what you drink. So you start bumping up ABV. You pull a little cheaters. You got a little bottle of pregame in the fridge. Go get a beer. Pull some pregame. Got a little bit of MD 2020. Save you trouble having to drink 8 or 9 beers. Drink you 4 or 5 and pull on that. And you're in the same spot. That's my words of wisdom. I'll
That's
back
the Roadhouse wisdom, words of wisdom for the day here. And yeah, I think, because from what I remember with the Snoopy special, same thing too. I definitely knew I was buzzed, and drunk, but not that over the top. Because I've done some podcasts before, and I've drank some stuff, and you stand up after, and you're starting to wobble a bit, and you don't know, okay, I got to make it back upstairs. I just want to get up and go to bed and just call it a night. But that one, I from what I remember, I don't remember, or I just don't remember it. That's always a possibility too, is that, getting up, and I said I didn't feel like total dog shit, but I knew I drank. I knew I was hungover, but it wasn't the worst thing I've ever done in my life.
Yeah. And I was the same way. I was just over sugared. Okay, you wake up in the morning and you drink. Like tomorrow morning, I'll wake up after this one. There's a lot of sugar in these. I'm gonna feel it in my eyeballs.
Yeah.
And that one was really bad. I mean, I had I drank about a half a gallon of orange juice, just to get that shock in my body, clean it out, get me juiced up to go to work and get through the day. That's my go-to, orange juice. I always have a half gallon, 2 or 3 of them in the fridge at all times.
Okay.
And you wake up in the middle of the night, take a leak, go in there and take 2 or 3 big chugs, maybe get it first thing in the morning, go in there and do it again. And before I leave, the half gallon's gone. And it usually perks me right up. And then throw down some water for the rest of the day. That's my hangover cure. And it's normally hasn't failed me all these years. But the Cisco Snoopy special morning, there was something else I needed. I just didn't know what it was.
Yeah, you're trying to think of everything. What can kick this? What can get this out of me as quick as possible?
I mean, I even stopped at the gas station and got a gas station breakfast burrito.
Yeah, will this do it? Will this clear it out? You're like,
yeah.
All right, come on. You need something.
That was rough, dude.
But like you said, I'll do it again.
Yeah, absolutely. I said that like 2 or 3 days later. That was so good. I want to do it again, but I got a ration.
I know. There'll be a time and a place to mix up the Snoopy special once again. So in the meantime, that's what we're trying to find these different concoctions to see what can work out. Something different. Yes, something different, something new. And like I said, anybody out there listening, you have a go-to concoction, anything bottom shelf, you let us know, and we'll definitely give it a shot.
Yeah, because we're going to ration what we have left of our Cisco, what we have left of our Thunderbird. But I guarantee if the Jets or the Browns were to ever win the Super Bowl, that's the perfect day.
Right. Then we're celebrating. Yeah. And we're breaking out all the bottles that are under lock and key of don't break glass in case of emergency.
Yeah.
That's when it's time to break them out.
I don't think it'll happen. But if it does, either one of those teams, I'm going balls deep.
Exactly.
Yeah. We got those special occasions we got to celebrate. That would be absolutely the mecca of one.
For sure. Yeah, if the Jets win the Super Bowl, then it'll be going crazy over. We're breaking out all the good stuff: the Night Train, the Thunderbird, the Cisco, Snoopy specials for everybody. They'll be going around.
We even make Snoopy special popsicles.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll put it in babies' bottles.
Yeah, there you go.
The kids get them too.
Not under no ID, not you're under 21, no Four Loko for you. That's what the sign said.
That's what the sign says.
Yeah. Well, that's Four Loko though. It didn't say Cisco. So
Cisco.
We'll discuss with the legal team on that one and see what they have to say.
They're on standby. They're shaking their head no.
Yeah. They always know what's going on. And I know you had some big news this week, and this was a big thing in the Roadhouse world. And this is that you got a new refrigerator, and I wanted to make sure that the people knew about this.
Listen, so we moved in this house about 1.5 years ago. Our last house, I just remodeled her kitchen. She had the appliances she dreamed of. We sold that house; it had to stay. So we moved into this spot. Here's this fridge sitting in a spot that was way too small. Didn't even fit the area. There's gaps, huge. We got shit stacked on shit in the fridge. All the shelves in the door fell out, so you couldn't have no storage there. I said, woman, just get you a new fridge. Because I had to give up my beer fridge. It stayed at the last house too. So we picked this. Listen, it's 28 cubic inches of storage inside this fridge. It's ginormous. 70 inches tall, 36 wide, like 36 deep. French doors, both sides open up, bottom freezer in the bottom. She takes everything out of the old fridge, puts a new one. It doesn't even fill up like one shelf. I haven't come home from work yet, and she sends me a picture. She had all my beer in there, a couple 40s, the USA, the Pregame, the Mad Dog, all that stuck in the shelf all by itself is like main attraction. So I get the old fridge. I take it out to the office out in the garage, get it plugged in, chilled up. I stocked that mother flipper so full. I went down and I bought a 30 rack of Old Milwaukee light drink for the summer, 18 pack of Modelo. and 2 cases of 40s, Colt 45 is the main attraction.
Oh yeah, the good stuff.
The good stuff. And I've got that fridge dialed in at 34 degrees. And
oh yeah, nice and chilled. That's good.
Nice and chilled. And then I got the whole freezer section. So now we can, get ready to drink. You put a 40 on deck in the freezer.
Mm-hmm.
Come home, get a shower, get out of the work clothes, get your chilling clothes on, and get out to the freezer. 15, 20 minutes later, that thing is at the optimum temperature.
Yeah, nice and frosty, man.
Yeah, just to the point where you crack it, and the ice crystals.
Yeah. I love when you crack that top and you see I don't know, I guess whatever you call the steam, coming out of it. You can see the cold air flowing out the top of it, and the outside of it is not frozen, but it's got that nice condensation that's really chilled. You can kind of scrape it off.
Yep, and the ice crystals just barely develop in the beer, just barely. And that first big chug will give you kind of like brain freeze. Yeah.
That's and like I said, and that's perfect because you take that first sip and you're like, oh man, this is cold. But the second you take it outside, it's going to warm up. You get those summer days, it's going to warm up quick. That's what we said. We're getting you pre-gamed here for summertime drinking. And as we said last time, you got to get those 40s nice and chill, get them on deck. You got to drink them quick because you're out there in the sun. It's going to heat up fast.
So we do science around here. We do all the work so you don't have to. We figure out all the solutions to all our problems, and we relay them to the listeners. How to have a better experience with drinking a 40, make it last a little bit longer on a hot day. Plus, you got Bum Wine Bob brown bag koozies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And if you missed the last batch, I don't know. We'll see. Sometime soon, we'll see if we can get another batch in the works for people out there to enjoy. If you missed the re-release last summer of the brown bag koozies, so maybe soon.
So we can
we'll
have
see.
some fun with this. We can have some fun with this because I'm sitting on a few extras. Okay, I've probably got, I don't know, 5 of them left.
Okay.
And we can have some trivia. We can have some games. We'll have to come up with some kind of game for this and give these away. So
yeah, it's like we'll do like a summertime sizzler contest or something. We'll think about it.
Yeah. Question about a podcast in the past. Trivia question. So our day one listeners that are, or you'll have to go back and find it and listen, give the answer, get a free Bum Wine Bob brown bag koozie in a 40 ounce. I think that's where we need to go with this.
I think, and hey,
because this is going to measure out our your loyalty of your listeners.
Exactly. You got to, because I know that there's a loyal core of listeners to the podcast, and I love the guys. I respect them. Happy for it. But you got to tell your friends about the podcast. I mean, I wanted to say we touched on this in the beginning of the show, that now the podcast is now on the Premier Podcast Network, which is a offshoot of the Premier Streaming Network, where for $9.99 a month you get all sorts of independent wrestling content. You get EFREN and the game event. Seems like he's been doing every week now. He's been releasing new episodes of his game show, which is awesome.
Fun.
Awesome stuff there. It's great content that they have out there, and they had announced that they were doing an offshoot of the streaming network and creating a podcast network.
Yeah,
and asked people, anybody interested in joining. So you got to shoot your shot and see. And I reached out to Dave over there, and we had a chat, a talk, and he said, yes, we'd love to have you on board. So we are, Bumming with Bobcat is officially part of the Premier Podcast Network with a great group of podcasts. I can say that I am bumping arms with people like the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. He's got a podcast on the network. Mr. Monday Night himself, Rob Van Dam, as a podcast. Sabu of ECW fame, and also the Blue Meanie of ECW fame, and the
that's
the
what
blue,
I'm thinking right now. The Blue Meanie.
That's.
It is, buddy.
You're not wrong. I was going to say that the Blue Meanie of the Blue World Order, not to be confused with the logo of the BWB. So, but besides them, there's a whole bunch. They have a whole bunch of other podcasts on their network: wrestling, sports, life. They're doing a great job out there. So I'm happy to be on the Premier Podcast Network with this team, and just seeing where things go with it is expanding the reach. So, like I said, if you listen to the show, if you're a fan, like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, spread the word. It's just the best of the worst in cheap booze here that we talk about with amongst a variety of other different topics. That's what I said. I'm like, the backbone of the podcast is always booze and drinking related, but the topics on any given episode can be all over the place. When I have people on the show from all different walks of life, and the adult industry, porn stars, wrestling, authors, writers, songwriters. It's really a grab bag of people. But what do we do in the meantime? We have some drinks and have a good time. So that's really all it is.
So your Premier streaming network, your subscriptions are $9.99 a month, or you can jump on board with it yearly and save some money for $99.99 a month. That's what I did. I jumped on board the streaming network when you had EFREN on. It sounds so much fun what he was talking about his show was going to be about. So I jumped right on board. Great show. EFREN's a great host. He's actually reached out to me to try to get me on the show with him, but it just didn't work out. You know how easily I jump on and available I am. That time he reached out to me, as much as I wanted to, I could.
Yeah, don't worry. I'll chat with him, and we'll see if we can get a Bone with Bobcat special. Maybe get some of the, like, you, me, and maybe a couple other people from the
gamblers,
some from the podcast archives or super fans or something to hop on there with them.
I'm going to message him on the side and tell him I want the easy fucking questions.
Yeah. You want a couple softballs thrown your way for that. Don't be throwing those hardball stuff. I want this easy layup, the softball questions for the game event.
Yeah, my brain waves aren't as great as they used to be. Give me the easy shit.
Yeah. But definitely check out the Premier Streaming Network. A lot of great content out there, and as I said before, they're working with Dave and Josh, who are doing the content for that network, because we have a lot of big things in the works here, trying to expand the podcast, see what kind of trouble we can get into, and as I said, being on the Premier Podcast Network now, just tries to expand that reach of people that stumble across the best of the worst in cheap booze. Because people see this stuff and they're like, oh, I remember drinking this before.
Yep.
and that brings them in, and they say, how do you drink this stuff still? Well, hey, we mixed up a little, as a little Blue Meanie here.
Blue Meanie. It's just that's great. That's no matter what we call it now, to me, Four Loko USA with sour blue Razz mix is the Blue Meanie.
The Blue Meanie. There you have it here.
I'm all for the Blue Meanie.
The Blue Meanie. Hey, Blue Meanie too. You want to be on the show too? Come on down. Offers on the table. No.
Yeah.
We'll mix up a little Blue Meanie with you to celebrate.
You going Blue Meanie don't know what Blue Meanie is till he has a Blue Meanie.
That's it. This is the legit stuff right here. This is what we do on the podcast. Yeah. The invitation is in the mail. It's always on the table. And for anybody out there, anybody listening, and you want to come on the podcast, have a drink, have a good time, come on down. There's no requirements here. You're looking at me and Roadhouse here talking about this. We have no requirements. As long as you like to drink, have a good time, you're more than welcome to come on the show.
I mean, we need some fresh ideas, some fresh voices, so I can sit back and listen to a podcast without hearing my stupid ass talking. I need some fresh content for me. So you guys step on up, send Bum Wine Bob a message.
Even like you said before, where you wanted to just kind of hang out here and just be the Ed McMahon in the background. Right? Yeah. Like when Crude was on with us doing the NFL talk.
Just chime in.
Yeah, your 2 cents. You just sit there, you sip on your drink, have a good time. You throw in things there, you laugh in the background, and that's all you need.
Yeah, I can sit back here and just listen and supervise, and then occasionally after we get halfway through and I'm drunk, I can make an ass.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I said somebody's gonna keep everybody under control, but if that's your job, it's not gonna end up well.
Yeah.
No.
Get to that point, guys. Share your stories. Make comments on Bum Wine Bob's Instagram. That's how he found me. It's like posting the good old Quote 45 weekend, day in, day out. He made a comment back. We started following each other. Seen he had a podcast. Boom, boom, boom. Here we are drinking Blue Meanies.
Yeah, Blue Meanies here to help you pregame your LOKO USA High Life Summer, because don't forget that it's summertime. It's wedding season. Yep. If you're getting married out there, and you need somebody to officiate your wedding, I can do the job. I am official. I am an ordained minister, officiant of the High Life. I could do the job for you. So keep that in mind. If you need somebody. If you're in the New Jersey tri-state area, or if you want to fly me out, I mean, I'm not going to object that. Anywhere you want to bring me out there and put me up in a nice hotel, room service, all the good stuff. I'll be happy to give you a Miller High Life wedding, make it official for you, to help you seal the deal, tie the knot with Bum Wine Bob as your officiant. So just wanted to let people know. It's still out there. Don't forget about it. So
yeah, and being a deacon, if you need security, I mean, my name isn't Roadhouse for nothing.
Yeah,
fly me out too.
That's it. Bring them out. Bring out the whole crew, and you're definitely guaranteed to have a good time at your wedding with us there, with you. And don't forget, stay tuned, because I've been talking with Pete over at the Grocery Gamblers. I'm going to be doing a show with them soon. I'm not going to spoil what it is yet, but he's picking up we're doing a Seltzer SummerSlam with some drinks that he found out there. And also with Roadhouse, myself, and Pete, we have a podcast idea in the works. And one thing I wanted to ask you, have you seen yet the hard Arizona iced teas?
No.
In your travels?
No.
I just saw those pop up last week. So they had like the hard, like the green tea with the ginseng.
Yeah.
The peach tea, and just your regular Arizona iced tea. The hard ones.
Yes.
So keep an eye out.
I mean, I just got that ginseng one the other day. Thursday.
Yeah. So
I've had a pretty unique one today. In my area, it was called Mom Water, and it's an uncarbonate flavored vodka drink.
Was it good?
Yes.
What was it? What was it? Was it flavored or?
It's flavored. This one was mango coconut. Was the only one we tried so far. Really good. No carbonation. Flavored water with vodka.
Oh, okay.
I got a variety pack, so I'll shoot you a picture of it later on. But Mom Water, new in the area. I just found it.
Okay, like there's that
it may
one.
Not be a new product, but it was new
to you. If you see it and you see it on the shelf, you haven't seen it before. It's new to you. And I know one thing on the list to try as well. The hard Sunny D, the Sunny D vodka seltzer thing, and then also there's the one that's been out there that I've heard conflicting reports about, and that's the Happy Dad seltzer, the Death Row Records, the grape one. I'm sure you've seen the pictures of that. I don't know if you follow on Instagram, Cut the Activist, that does a lot of drinking videos, and he's always drinking that stuff, and it gives you like that purple drink vibes.
Yeah.
I've heard some people say it's good. I've heard some people say it's bad. So I'm not sure, but it's one of those things I want to try, but it's one of those that you don't want to. You can only get it in a 12-pack of it, so you're
dedicated.
You're dedicating yourself to a 12-pack of that stuff. It's like, okay, one or two I'll try out, but a 12-pack,
right?
But you never know. It could be good, just like those Natter days. At first, it was like, well, do I want to?
Yeah, because I had to risk
dedicate myself.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like if I don't like it, this is 30 of them. I got to choke down.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's worth the risk sometimes.
Yeah, and somebody will drink it. If you have people over this summer, you put that stuff in the fridge, put it in the cooler. Somebody will.
Suckers, friends.
Yeah, somebody will eventually pick it up and drink it.
Good deal.
And what's at the bottom of this Blue Meanie here?
I'm going to wrap this up on my end and say Four Loko USA Sour Blue Razz, fucking 10 out of 10 in my book. Whew. I got down.
That's that. Yeah, I got like one sip left. I'll take that down.
Yeah, take it to the dome.
Oh, yeah. There we go. So there you have it. That's another concoction to add to your summertime drinking list here. The Blue Meanie, as we're calling it now, with the Four Loko USA and the Four Loko Pregame Sour Blue Raspberry. I think you can mix them together. It's good. I think if you were to mix it, blend it over ice,
100%.
I think that's the way to do it, because it's still, because as you said, that Blue Razz has a very thick, syrupy taste to it.
100% agree.
And you put it in with the Loko USA, it cuts it down a bit. But still, I think if you cut it one more time with a little blended ice, or pour it over ice, whatever your preference is.
It's just strong enough to stretch out for a while.
Yeah, it's definitely good for people like me at first who didn't like that Loko USA, that cherry, sour cherry taste.
Yeah, crack that whip on you.
Yeah, I know. We had to do a whole redemption podcast. I did it again with the Puttcast and that one, and drank it again. So I did my fair share of Loko USA drinking last summer to
yes, sir.
to get back in line over there. But hey, try it out for yourself. Give it a shot. And as we said, if you have any other concoctions you love, you've come across, or something that you think you might want to try, but you might be afraid to, let us know.
Let us know. We'll do the scary part for you.
Yeah, we will take care of it for you and record it and let you know the answers right here on Bum with Bobcat exactly right here on Premier Podcast Network, where you can find the podcast on all your favorite podcast apps. Apple, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, you name it, you can find the podcast. Tell your friends to check it out. So, Roadhouse, anything else you want to?
I got it, buddy. I'm good to go.
You got it? All right. Well, he is Roadhouse. I am Bum Wine Bob. Check out the website at bumwinebob.com. And don't forget, we are officially sponsored by Four Loko. And until next time, cheers.
Cheers.
I need a beer.